Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. We are from Group 18 and today we will be presenting the rationale behind our lesson plan titled A Day at the Night Market, which focuses on the reading skill for Form 1 students. This presentation explains why each stage of the lesson was designed in a particular way in line with pedagogical principles and the KSSM curriculum. This topic was chosen because night markets are a familiar and authentic part of Malaysian culture. Most Form 1 students have either visited a night market or heard about it, which makes the content relatable and meaningful. According to contextual learning theory, students comprehend text better when they can connect new information to real-life experiences. Therefore, this topic helps increase engagement and motivation while supporting cultural appreciation, which is also one of the moral values stated in our lesson plan. This familiarity is especially important for Form 1 students as it lowers anxiety when approaching reading text. When students already understand the context, they can focus more on meaning rather than struggling to imagine the situation. This shows that the topic choice was intentional and learner-centered, not random. This lesson aligns directly with the main learning standard Reading 3.1.2, which focuses on understanding specific details and information in single longer text. Students first operate at the C1 level when identifying key details such as food, people, and activities. They then move to the C3 level by applying these details to give advice in a new situation. This progression from lower order to higher order thinking ensures cognitive development and fulfills the HOT's requirements in the curriculum. This alignment is important because the activities are not designed in isolation. Each task is planned to move students step by step from identifying information to applying it meaningfully, ensuring that the learning objective, activities, and assessments are fully aligned. The learning objectives are clearly stated and measurable. For example, students are required to identify at least 3 key details after reading the text twice, which is reinforced by the success criteria that specify accuracy and task conditions. This clarity allows both the teacher and students to understand what successful learning looks like and supports assessment for learning. The purpose of the set induction is to capture students' attention and prepare them mentally for the lesson. In our lesson plan, this is achieved through a 30 seconds sound clip of a lively night market. Students close their eyes and listen, activating their senses and imagination. Questions such as, what place do you think this sounds belong to encourage prediction and engagement, creating smooth transition into the reading lesson. During the pre-lesson stage, students' schemata are activated through vocabulary warm-up. The teacher introduces keywords like vendor and busker using picture flashcards and guided questions. This ensures students understand important vocabulary before reading, reducing cognitive load and supporting comprehension, especially for weaker learners. This stage also prevents students from feeling lost during the reading activity. By ensuring vocabulary understanding beforehand, the lesson becomes more inclusive and supports mixed ability learners in the classroom. I will now pass the presentation to Member 2, who will explain the lesson development stage.
So moving to the lesson development part. For the lesson development overview, the lesson development stage is designed to explicitly teach and assess the selected learning standard. This structure is important because it allows students to first receive guidance, then practice independently, and finally reflect on their understanding through feedback. This mirrors effective learning sequencing in pedagogy. It is divided into 3 parts. First, input, task, and then feedback to ensure a balance between teacher guidance and student participation. So, the purpose of the input stage is to teach students how to identify specific details in a text. In this lesson, students read the text twice. During the second reading, they use a highlighting strategy where food items are highlighted, activities are circled, and people are underlined. This method also trains students to become more strategic readers. Instead of reading passively, they actively engage with the text, which improve comprehension and retention of information. This structured reading strategy scaffolds students' understanding and directly supports reading standard 3.1.2, understand specific details and information in simple longer text. For the task stage, the task stage assesses students' understanding of the text. Students work in a group of 4 to complete a chart with 3 columns: food, people, and activities. Collaborative learning is used here to encourage peer support, while the teacher provides guidance through prompting questions. Differentiation is applied by allowing extra time for students who need it, ensuring inclusivity. Group work also allows weaker students to learn from their peers, while stronger students reinforce their understanding by explaining ideas to others. This makes the assessment supportive rather than threatening. For the last part, which is feedback, feedback is conducted through random group presentations. This encourages accountability and active participation. The teacher provides immediate feedback by praising correct answers and modeling improvements where necessary. This formative feedback helps students to reflect on their understanding and correct misconceptions before moving on to the next stage of the lesson. Feedback at this stage ensures that misunderstandings are addressed immediately, preventing errors from being carried forward into the post-lesson activity. I will now hand over to Member 3 to explain the post-lesson stage, differentiation strategies, and closure.
Post-lesson overview. The post-lesson stage focuses on achieving learning objective 2, which requires students to apply information from the text to a new situation. This stage is crucial because it moves beyond comprehension and challenges students to use information meaningfully, which is a key expectation of higher order thinking skills. This stage again follows the structure of input, task, and feedback. Input. During the input stage, the teacher introduces situation cards that presents different scenarios such as a friend who enjoys sweet food or dislikes crowded places. Students are then guided to reread the text using the scanning technique to locate relevant information. By guiding students to scan for specific information, the teacher ensures that the students remain text-focused and avoid giving unsupported or irrelevant answers. This explicit guidance ensures students rely on textual evidence rather than personal imagination. In the task stage, students discuss the situation cards in groups and provide advice supported by evidence from the text. Sentence starters are provided to scaffold weaker learners. This task clearly assesses students' ability to apply the understanding at the C3 level, fulfilling the HOTS requirements stated in the learning objectives. Feedback and differentiation. So feedback is provided through group sharing and teacher comments focusing on clarity, accuracy, and language use. Differentiation strategies such as instructional support, visual prompts, and targeted feedback ensure that learners of different proficiency levels are supported through the lesson. This ensures that all students, regardless of proficiency level, receive appropriate support and feel confident participating in class discussions. The lesson concludes with reflective questions such as, what is one new word you learned today? This closure reinforces learning, encourages reflection, and highlights the cultural value of night markets. It provides a meaningful end to the lesson while linking learning to real life. This reflective closure helps consolidate learning and leaves students with a positive impression of the lesson. So that's all from us. Thank you.